FeatureCam 2015 improves the robustness of multiple turret synchronization with a new underlying approach to representing synchronization points. This new method retains synchronization groups when turning on and off features, improves functionality when dragging and dropping operations, and maintains the synchronization when moving operations that have an associated companion. In this particular example, we have a pre-programmed part with setups for both the main and sub spindle. If I go to my Results tab and we navigate to the turret view, we can see currently we have no synchronization in process. So currently all of the sub spindle operations are still on the upper turret. Additionally, as we have some holes which are 180 degrees opposing, we can do some drilling synchronization. So the first thing I'm going to do is mention that I'm replicating old functionality and I'm using the existing turret synchronization functions. Holes 8 to holes 12, we want to place these on the lower turret. So I'm going to do a simple drag and drop. We can see those have moved to the associated lower turret, and then I can synchronize with the opposing drilled holes. So holes 3 and 8 I wish to synchronize, 4 and 9, 5 and 10, 6 and 11, 7 and 12, and finally place a synchronization code after the holes drilled, like so. So we have no issues whatsoever at this stage. Also, I wish to drag my sub-spindle processes onto the lower turret at this position here. So everything looks good, and we could go ahead and play through a machine simulation. And we can see our various synchronized operations and machining on both the main and sub spindle. So I'm happy with the results there. Now at this particular stage, we're going to imagine that we had a revision in the design process and that hole 3 was no longer needed. So having saved and created this program, what we would want to do is simply switch off hole 3. Doing so, we can see we lose all of our synchronization codes and we would almost have to start from the beginning. The only way to get these back is to switch on hole 3 once again, like so. In another case, if we wish to place our various milling operations of the pocket and flat regions above the hole drilling, we would expect to do a drag and drop like so. Once again, we've lost our synchronization codes. So I'm going to reset all of the operations to the default turret and just remove any synchronization points. I'm going to place my drilling operations back in their original position, as well as the various milling operations like so. So this is how it looked when we first started our synchronization. I'm now going to use the new method. So I'm going to access the secret menu by doing a control right click, and we have the first of our options, which is to use control groups for turning sync code attributes. I can select this option. It's important if you wish to use this method, you must not have any pre-created synchronization. And that was the reason for me deleting any sync codes and reverting operations to their default turret. So we can see by the checkbox we're now using the new method of synchronization. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the steps I did previously. So just synchronize the hole drilling for holes 3 and 8, 4 and 9, 5 and 10, 6 and 11, and 7 and 12. Also, I'm going to place my subspindle operations onto the lower turret. So as before, we have the same results. There appears to be no change, but once again revisiting our design revision where hole 3, this hole here, was removed from the design. We mentioned before that we would simply want to uncheck this. Using the new method of synchronization, we can see that operation is removed and all of the synchronization codes stay in place. Additionally, dragging and dropping operations works better using this more robust algorithm. So if I select these various milling processes, I can drag them to where I would like, place them, and once again I can see my synchronization is retained. So this is an improvement to the synchronization algorithm using the control groups for turning sync code attributes.